Hello there, my fellow e-learning developers. It's been a while since we talked, but I'm happy to roll out a new version of the Storyline Print Widget. This version is made for Storyline 2, and it works in both Flash and HTML5. It's really just a couple of steps to get this thing up and running in your course. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have Storyline open already, and I just have one slide in this current Storyline course. And in the package that you download for the widget, there's going to be a Readme text with some instructions and a print slide flash file there. And so what we're going to do first is insert that flash file. And so I'm going to come here and select it, and open it. And as you can see, it's a really small, just transparent flash file. You're not going to need to do anything else with it. Your learners aren't going to need to do anything with it. It just needs to sit on the slide where we want to do the printing. Now we're going to insert a button so that we can trigger the print awesomeness. So I'll just drop a button right here. I'll label that print. Whoops. Print. And we'll make it look a little nicer. There we go. So there's our print button. Now, obviously we need that button to do something, so we're going to add a trigger to it. And we're going to add a JavaScript trigger when the user clicks our button. And so now we need to add some JavaScript. And when I open up that README file, there's my code right there inside there. There's the same basic set of instructions inside here as well. So I'll copy that and paste it here. Okay, and okay. And that's it. So I'm just going to I'm going to publish this. And I'm publishing it for Flash and HTML5. And I'm not going to publish it for the mobile player in this case because the print button isn't going to work on those mobile players for Android and iOS. I'm going to go ahead and publish that. While it's publishing, I'll make note that while I put it on a slide, if you want to happen on every slide for the option to be available to print on every slide, you can do that just by putting those buttons and that flash file on a slide master, and then it would be available throughout the course. Now it's done publishing, and you might be tempted to view your project from here. That's going to launch the flash file in whatever your default browser is. And you could also view the HTML5. Again, that's going to launch the HTML5 version in your default browser. Probably not going to work locally that way because most browsers don't want to run that JavaScript locally. It may work HTML5 depending on what browser you're using, what operating system you're using. But to be safe, you're going to want to put it on a web server or an LMS to test it from. Now, I happen, because I'm a dork, I run a web server on my own computer. So I'm able to place the files into my web server and just go to localhost and load it. So let me refresh that so we can see the newest and greatest. There it is. And now if I print that, and there it is. And it will also work with the HTML5 version as well. You notice that the print button does show up on there. There's some tricks you can do to hide that print button while it's up, while the print dialog is up. And in the package that you download, there'll be a sample Storyline file in there, and you can see there how we did it. Basically, we just set the transparency really low while the button is down. So while it's being printed, we hide that button. So there you go. That's the Storyline 2 print slide widget. And I hope you enjoy it. And we got some more on the way. Thanks.